Just remind them.
Foot of the Rocky Mountains, gorgeous night here in mid-October in the Mountain West Conference. Utah State, a 10-7 lead over Colorado State. Both these teams have some big wins under their belt this year. Utah State took down number 18 BYU and wiped them out 35-20. Of course, Colorado State went into Boston and beat Boston College and also took care of in-state rival out of the Pac-12, Colorado. And a big third down here. Third down for the Rams, or rather for the Aggies at their own 44-yard line. Darrell Garrettson in the shotgun. Hunter Sharp in motion, looking for Sharp. Goes inside and it's picked off. Max Morgan with the interception. Flags down, Morgan down. Just the third interception for Garrettson this year.
This is nicely done by Max Morgan, the inside linebacker, reading the eyes of Darrell Garrettson. They're trying to influence him with Hunter Sharp going in motion to the flat.
Flurry roughness, Colorado State, number 93. 15-yard penalty. It's 1st and 10, Colorado State.
But an excellent job. They're trying to trying to put JoJo Natson to just hook up right there past the first down marker. JoJo Natson's going to come right here. Hunter Sharp's going to come in motion. But here's Max Morgan going to drop right here and jump up on the pass. I mean, just an excellent job of playing your technique, not taking the bait, stepping in front of that pass, which was behind JoJo Natson, and getting a big turnover. And turnovers have been a little tough to come by so far this season. Only 6 previously. That's 12th in the Mountain West.
Blitz coming. Grayson under pressure. D. Hart out of the backfield. Cross midfield. Gain of 9. Brian Sweet brings him down. It's into Utah State territory. Colorado State has had some big penalties in this ball game that have cost them some precious field position. Right now they sit at Utah State's 47.
Yeah, 2nd and 1 is a great down and distance, and I would expect here in the next couple of plays, maybe even right here, for Dave Baldwin, the offensive coordinator, to call a shot.
Garrett Grayson. Rashard Higgins has the first down and the catch. He is having an electric year. 10 touchdowns. He is 2nd in the country, averaging 130 yards a game.
And just think about this, Rich. Coming into this game, he had 44 catches out of 48 targets. He's catching 91% of his balls from Garrett Grayson.
He had a 69-yard catch and run, with the emphasis on run, to set up Colorado State's first touchdown tonight. D. Hart, a spin move. And Hart, the graduate transfer out of Alabama. Jim McElwain went into his home, recruited him to Alabama. McElwain, coming from Nick Saban's staff, was the offensive coordinator for 2 national championships. And once Hart got his degree and had a year of eligibility, McElwain opened up a spot for him here.
And when Jim McElwain first got here, he didn't have game changers. He didn't have guys that could change the game on any given play. And now they're getting that reputation as a place where they can get some of those players.
Direct snap, and it's Hansley. And that goes nowhere. Hansley back to the line of scrimmage. Well, McElwain was the game changer when he arrived, because he inherited a program that was not going anywhere fast. And he changed the culture, the coaching staff, some players, recruited, and in just 2.5 years, the momentum and the change has been incredible.
And you can add to that the coaching staff doing a wonderful job of developing their athletes and getting the most out of them.
3rd down 5. Grayson sacked, and he's down, I think, before he threw it. And it is, I believe, a sack. And so this is going to lose yardage and push Colorado State back to the 42-yard line.
Well, Siwa Taufa, number 91, right there inside. Again, doing a good job beating the center, Kevin O'Brien, and getting to Grayson before he can get rid of that ball. Yeah, that's a sack. They were trying to hit Treyas Gerald's out of the backfield on a wheel route, but it was covered downfield. Good inside pressure by Taufa.
JoJo Natson's been busy for Utah State. That one was almost blocked. An end-over-end punt, and it's going to land into the end zone, and it'll come back out to the 20-yard line. Garrett Grayson and Colorado State down at home to a hot Utah State team. In the Mountain West tonight, Utah State a 10-7 lead over Colorado State. Homecoming here in Fort Collins. First sellout in 10 years. Rich Waltz, Adam Archuleta, Cassie Gallo. From the start of this, partner, it looked like it was going to be a shootout. I mean, you had the long pass to Higgins, the run by Hill, but the defenses have taken over.
Yeah, both teams have traded explosive plays, but defenses have settled down here in the second and third drives.
This drive starts at the Utah State 20. This is Hill. Hill went for 59 yards untouched for Utah State's touchdown.
And you watch them over the course of the first part of this season, they've really kind of struggled to develop an inside running game. And I think there's a big reason why they brought over the linebacker, Nick Vigil, to give him that presence. Joe Hill, more of an outside guy, more of a slasher type speed guy. But the inability to run inside, I think, has hurt this offense.
We have not seen Nick Vigil in the backfield at all. The big bruising linebacker who had that nice night against BYU. You don't see Hunter Sharp mishandle the ball like that very often. He's had a breakout year coming out of junior college in Southern California.
Well, that drop, he had a chance to catch that and run and split the linebackers, but he just took his concentration off that ball right there at the end. And instead of getting a first down, you're going to see him right here, right there in the hands. Now you're looking at 3rd and 10, and again, a down in distance that they've struggled. This is a pressure look from Marty English and Al Simmons, the co-defensive coordinators.
Little slant, Natson with the catch, and he's caught by Bernard Blake, the senior corner.
JoJo Natson is a guy at 5'7", 151 pounds. Another guy they try and get creative with. You're going to see him in the screen game and the jet sweep game, but an excellent job outside by Bernard Blake, being very sticky in his coverage and tackling Natson before he can get going.
Jason Bentrud will punt it. You see Joe Hansley's deep. Good deep spiraling kick. Hansley, fair catch, driven all the way back to the 26-yard line. Our Nissan Heisman watch.
Well, it's a little bit cloudy for me, Rich, because to me it was Todd Gurley, but you look at a couple of very impressive wins with Dak Prescott and what Mississippi State has been able to do. I still think Marcus Mariota is one of the top players in the country, and as far as running backs go, look at that, Melvin Gordon averaging 7.9 yards per carry. So you got Dak Prescott and Melvin Gordon both with a week off this weekend.
1st and 10, Garrett Grayson fires it out to the sidelines, caught there by Stephen Walker, the tight end, and Walker has himself a 5-yard pickup.
You see Garrett Grayson, they've had a little bit of trouble right now with the front seven. He's had some pressure. You see right there, he gets his tight end driven into his lap a little bit, maybe stepped on. But the front seven is causing problems, whether it's from that defensive front or if it's from bringing linebackers from the second level. But it's gotten to Grayson, and he hasn't had a great start that he's used to in this game.
On 2nd and 5, Hart, a gain of 3 just across the 38.
Rashard Stewart, the corner. And then anytime you're able to hold somebody up, And you get a big inside linebacker by Vigil, like Vigil at 240 pounds. That's a lot of force coming in there in a wide receiver body. You better be careful.
Another long third down. Colorado State tonight just 1 of 5 on third down.
And they've been excellent so far this season coming into this game, 41%.
Grayson flushed. He's got a lot of room if he can turn the corner. He does, and he has the first down. Right around midfield.
Well, you haven't seen this as much this year as you did last year. He's more of a pocket passing quarterback here, but he has this ability. Feels the pressure coming to his left, breaks the contain of the defense, and is able to scramble for a first down.
They marked the ball back at the 46. The 46 of Colorado State, but it wasn't up for the first down. Pocket collapses. Grayson flings it out of bounds. Joe Hansley, the intended receiver. We go down to Cassie Gallo. Cassie?
Rich, they're loading Mason Myers up on the cart right now. I'm told they're looking at his right knee. He does have a brace on it. They're taking him into the locker room. Obviously disappointed over here.
Yeah, it's a loss for an offensive line that's played very well this year. As you pointed out, Adam, just 9 sacks allowed coming into the football game.
Yeah, they've really come together well. Lost a lot of players off of last year's offensive line, including Weston Richburg, who now is starting for the New York Giants. But they've come together and done a very good job.
2nd and 10. Time for Grayson. Deep ball for Higgins. And it's incomplete. Flag is down. The flag sits not where Higgins was, but towards the middle of the field on the hash mark.
Well, Rashard Stewart is locked up man for man with Rashard Higgins.
Pass interference. Defense. Number 8. 15-yard penalty. Automatic first down.
Well, they called number 8. I think
Correction. The number was 6.
So you're going to see a lot of hand fighting. You see number 6 right there, Stewart.
Well, the interesting thing was the flag landed about 20 yards away from that contact.
Now, that's calling. I think, to me, that's calling it pretty fine right there. I thought that was excellent coverage out there by Stewart.
Utah State is going to burn a timeout.
Timeout on the field.
And we'll take one as well. Utah State on top of Colorado State. 7:19 left, first half. Utah State had to burn a timeout. A former safety will tell you why.
Well, you look at the secondary right here, primarily the safeties, Devin Centers and Frankie Satera. A lot of confusion. You see this formation, double tight stacks on the outside. You see Centers, Satera having problems with communication. Todd Orlando, Matt Wells decide better take a timeout. Let's not give up something cheap.
So it's still 1st and 10. Ball still in Utah State territory at the 39-yard line. Garrett Grayson over center. Blitz coming. Quick pass. Love it. He can throw it. He does. Far side. He had Hart and missed him. A well-designed play. But you're asking a lot for Charles Lovett to throw it across the field.
Oh, but you got to have these. You're going to see right here, after Hart throws the ball out there, or after Grayson throws the ball out there to Lovett, you see Hart come out of the backfield. And when you draw this up, you practice it in practice, you get it with an open man down the field, boy, that's the one you want to have to capitalize on. Missed opportunity, but brilliantly schemed up by Dave Baldwin.
2nd and 10. Grayson, little dump pass, Jarrell's to the 34-yard line. The junior, now he hasn't practiced a lot this week. Jason Oden had not practiced, and even Garrett Grayson was on a pitch count this week.
Yeah, they're beat up a little bit, and that's, you know, like a lot of teams right now at this point of the season, you know, you're just looking to hopefully get to that bye week, catch a little bit of a break. You see right there, Todd Orlando, the defensive coordinator, who outside of that very first drive, the explosive play to Rashard Higgins, I think his defense and primarily his front seven has played a fantastic game and has put a lot of pressure on Garrett Grayson.
Colorado State told us yesterday this is the best front seven they will have faced this year.
Timeout. Colorado.
And now Colorado State is going to call a timeout. 6:21 left, first half. This game started with a bang, actually two bangs, a 69-yard catch and run by Rashard Higgins, and then the 59-yard touchdown run by Joe Hill to make it 7-7. But it's been the defenses that have taken over since.
And really both defenses, when you look at it, doing a nice job on the headliners here tonight, both Hunter Sharp and Rashard Higgins. Yes, Higgins had that very first play, but that was a curl route, and there was some poor tackling, some poor angles by that Aggie secondary. But as far as the passing game is concerned, both offenses not really in sync, not able to get the ball to those playmakers.
Verizon halftime report is coming up. Brent Stover, Houston Nutt, Christian Fourier in New York. Obviously a very, very busy and exciting day in college football. Updates from across the nation, first half highlights and stats. Texas A&M blown out. Baylor goes down on the road. Oklahoma, another loss for number 11. And Georgia doesn't seem to be missing Mr. Gurley. Third down, Colorado State has struggled on third down in this ball game. Shotgun for Grayson. With time, man wide open. Lovett made the catch and then slipped. But he has enough for the first down at the 26-yard line of Utah State.
Boy, another missed opportunity. Lovett comes across in motion, runs a slant route. There's confusion in drop coverage by the Aggies secondary, and if he keeps his feet, boy, he might still be running and get himself a touchdown. But one of the very few third down conversions for the Colorado State offense.
On 1st and 10 now. Grayson. Walker with the catch. He had 5 of those from his tight end spot against Nevada in the win last week. There's Stephen Walker, the junior out of Wichita, Kansas.
And he really had to step up when Kevon Cartwright, their number 1 tight end, went out earlier this year with an ankle injury.
Hansley. Grayson. And that one blew up. LT Filiunga.
Well, Jalen Davis, the freshman corner out there, sniffed this out. You're going to watch Davis come right here. He's going to see it. Davis knows exactly what's going on. He shoots his gun. You see him come in the screen right there off of the corner, and there's just no chance for that pass to develop downfield.
Davis just a freshman. This is a very good and very young defense for Utah State. This turns into a third down and 19. And that one hits Oden in the back. And the sequence by Colorado State took them right out of field goal range.
Yeah, 2 trick plays. Once they had it, and they didn't capitalize on it. And then one was thwarted by an excellent play by the freshman Jalen Davis. But again, on third down, pressure coming from Grayson's right side by that front 7 of the Aggies.
Well, Roberts is going to line up. This is going to be about a 53-yarder. He has this type of leg. He's hit a 52-yarder this year. His career long is 54. This one has got the distance, and he got it. And the Rams have tied it. Jared Roberts, the big leg, ties it. 52 yards. You're watching college football on CBS Sports Network, presented by Geico. Night falling in the Rockies. Utah State, Colorado State, 10-10, 4:50 left first half. Let's go down to the sidelines. Cassie Gallo.
Well, Rich, homecoming is all about tradition and history, but CSU has been missing a piece of theirs for nearly 9 decades. That is until tonight. In 1925, a CU fan stole this school flag after CSU beat them 12-0. Ever since, it's been missing. You can even see where someone wrote "captured November 14th at Fort Collins." Flash forward to last week, a CSU alum called the school, said his grandmother had the flag. It's been sitting in her dresser for the last 40 years. How it ended up there, that's still a mystery, but all we know is tonight it's back and in the right hands.
That's a century-long game of capture the flag.
Well, that's incredible. How about that?
That is amazing. Jared Roberts will kick it off. .10 here out in Fort Collins. Let's go to New York. Brent Stover, an update. Tennessee Ole Miss. Brent?
All right, Rich, in Oxford, 3-0 Vols, but 39 yards from Bo Wallace to Vince Sanders. And it's 7-3 Ole Miss in the second. Back out to you guys.
Thank you, Brent. Ole Miss best start in 52 years for the Rebels.
Yeah, big test. It was interesting to me to see how they're going to show up against Tennessee. Obviously, a team that has struggled coming off of 2 pretty big wins there for Ole Miss.
Ball's on the ground, and Garrettson has to fall on it. Damone Patterson was in motion, and he never got the handoff, and a near turnover.
Garrettson just bobbles this right off the snap. You're going to see Patterson come in motion, but Garrettson never is able to get his handle on it, and fortunately is able to cover that ball up. But now you put themselves in that offense in a second and very long situation. Untimely miscue by the offense.
2nd and 19. Utah State, their own 16. Little inside toss. Natson smelled out and defended nicely by Max Morgan, who already has an interception on the night.
Very well done by Max Morgan, the inside linebacker for the Colorado State Rams, making a play in space on a skill position player, recognizing the quick screen and getting him down.
So a long 3rd down with the Aggies backed up in their own territory.
And it's been a situation, this offense has been in a lot of 3rd and longs this season. That's led to their very poor 3rd down percentage.
Four-man rush. Garrettson steps through it. Finds a man shy of the 1st down. Devontae Robinson makes the catch at the 34-yard line. And he's just a yard shy. They almost converted. And the Aggies will punt. Jaron Bentrude, the senior. Joe Hansley is deep at his own 25. It's only 4th and a yard. Hansley, a windmill fair catch, and he makes it at the 29-yard line. Some creative offense from the Rams.
Yeah, Dave Baldwin trying to dial some stuff up. The very first one, Charles Levitt just overthrows D. Hart coming out of the backfield on a double pass, and then they try it again one more time. But the young freshman quarterback, Jalen Davis, putting pressure on there and not allowing the Rams to make do on that chance. But you don't see that very often. 2 trick plays on the very same drive from an offense. The Rams trying to catch the Aggies napping a little bit.
D. Hart left side, flags down. Hart's not down yet. Out to the 40. It's an 11-yard pickup. He was one of the top recruits for Alabama back in 2011. Injured his knee a couple of seasons.
Foul, illegal block below the waist. Offense, number 81, illegal crackback. 15-yard penalty, 1st down.
It's the 2nd crackback or illegal block against Colorado State tonight.
You see both offenses having a little bit of problem with penalties and making their down in distances much, much longer. It just happened to Utah State. It was a miscue, not a penalty, that led to a 3rd and a 19. But here, for the second drive in a row, the Colorado State Rams really burying themselves a little bit. Man, it's so hard to dig yourself out of a hole when you have to go 25 yards for a first down.
And this will be 1st and 25. Walker in motion. And it's Hart. And he's going nowhere. In fact, he's going to lose a couple. Good push off the front. Ricky Ali Iafua with a stop with some help from Zach Vigil.
It just paralyzes your offense. I mean, there's not many play calls, and especially being down here deep in your own territory, you don't want to take too many chances. You don't want to give a turnover to a defense that is feasted on turnovers. It doesn't allow your offense to give themselves a chance to get going.
2nd and 27. Grayson's throw. Higgins in traffic makes the catch and is out to the 22-yard line. Exciting player, and even more exciting for Colorado State. He's just a sophomore.
And he came in here extremely raw. He was a fantastic basketball player in high school. And you talk to Jim McElwain, he says, look, if he was this good when he was coming out of high school, we never would have had a chance at him. But he is a hard worker. He practices, he competes, and you can see the improvement in his game over the last 2 seasons.
3rd and 17. Grayson steps through it, tucks it, got room, has the first down, and a nifty slide at the 43-yard line.
Well, here for the second time in consecutive drives, it's Garrett Grayson doing it with his legs. The first time he was flush to his right, scrambled on a 3rd and 10, and here you're going to see the middle of the field just open up. You got Aggie defenders running to their right. He sees it, he takes it. Nice job for Grayson again, making it happen on 3rd down with the use of his legs.
19-yard pickup.
Offense, number 7.
One step forward, another step back for Colorado State.
You would think just once they'd like to start out on 1st and 10 and get in some type of a favorable down and distance, but you just have to be more disciplined. You got to give your offense a chance, especially when, Rich, you're going up against a defense like this that is so tough to get yards.
We are asking each team relative to their 10-second runoff options.
Well, the other part of that is you just convert a big 3rd down, you get it out towards midfield, and you're under a minute left in the 2nd quarter.
Yeah, it doesn't help.
Utah State has accepted the option for a 10-second runoff, and Colorado State has not elected to burn a timeout. Will the game clock operator please reset the game clock to 33 seconds? The clock will restart on my signal.
Well, that's an option. You can take the 10-second runoff. Jim McElwain could have prevented that with a timeout, but he chooses not to, so 33 seconds.
Yeah, you only have one left. You have to save it.
Grayson overthrows Higgins, and he was surrounded. He had 3 men on him. And now it's 3rd down and long. Rather, it's 2nd down and long. 2nd down at 15. But there's only 28 seconds left.
Yeah, not a lot of time. And really, they haven't shown the ability to really march down the field with any sort of consistency right here. So the fact that they've been behind the chains now for two sequences in a row, it doesn't help when you're trying to get a score before halftime.
Second and 15. Going to take a shot for the sidelines. It's caught there by Xavier Williams, and he couldn't hold it. Out of his hands, incomplete. The redshirt freshman from San Diego, he was there, and so was the ball.
He had another opportunity. You've seen some missed opportunities. He's matched up with Devin Centers, the strong safety out there. And you see Centers with his left arm is able to reach inside, but I think this was a flat-out drop. So another missed opportunity. Let's see if Centers was able to get his hand in there. I just think Williams flat dropped it.
3rd down 15. Utah State shows blitz. Here they come. Grayson's in trouble, and down he goes. Sacked. Bryant Hayes came racing through.
A nice blitz from Todd Orlando, the defensive coordinator, trying to force Grayson to get the ball out of his hands.
Utah State, their second and a half. Please reset the game clock to 15.
Utah State's going to take a timeout.
30 seconds.
They're going to reset the game clock to 15 seconds. And if you're Colorado State, that's not the way you want to end the first half.
Sloppy series for Dave Baldwin's offense here. You're just not giving yourself a chance. And this defense is too good. And you've got to be able to maximize on your opportunities when you do get that chance. And there's not too many offenses that can consistently dig themselves out of a hole because of penalties on 1st and 2nd down.
Todd Orlando, the defensive coordinator for Utah State. I think both defensive coordinators have to be pretty happy about this first half. Al Simmons, they're leaning over as one of the co-defensive coordinators, along with Marty English.
Well, it's been 2 plays, 1 for each team. And because of the timeout now, you're going to get JoJo Natson, who's an excellent punt returner, a chance.
Short kick, and it lands out of bounds. Clock, you can see the clock continuing to run. And they're going to probably put a few more seconds back on the clock. The whistle sounded when the clock, I believe, was at...
The ball hit the ground out of bounds and set the game clock to 7 seconds.
There's Dave Baldwin, offensive coordinator for Colorado State. Well, what do you do here if you're Utah State? Do you take a shot? It's your ball at your own 37-yard line?
Absolutely. You've got Hunter Sharp, who has had 3 touchdowns of 72 yards or more. You absolutely take a shot here. You either try and do something where you can get some yards after the catch, or you throw it up and let your playmaker try and come down with the ball.
Garrettson. It's a little short toss. Natson. Clock expires, and so does Natson at the 46-yard line. So what started as an offensive shootout evolved into a defensive smackdown.
Both offenses struggling to find consistency. And I think for Colorado State, they've shot themselves in the foot a little bit with some penalties and some miscues. Certainly they need to go into halftime and solve the riddle that is the Aggies' front 7. And then outside of that explosive run by Joe Hill, I think the Rams defense has really thwarted and stymied Darryl Garrettson.
Let's go down to Cassie Gallo with Jim McElwain, head coach for Colorado State.
Coach, given the way their defense is putting pressure on your quarterback, what concerns you about that?
Well, you know, we're doing a lot of things to hurt ourselves, and we just got to settle down and get back to what we do. You know, it's a great defense, but we got to take advantage of the shots when they're there.
And how do you prioritize adjustments for the second half?
I think first and foremost, we got to settle our guys down a little bit. Uncharacteristically, we've had a few penalties that just aren't like us, but that tells me our guys are, you know, pretty excited about it, and we'll come out and play a good second half.
Thanks, Coach.
All right.
Thank you, Cassie. 10-10 at the half. After the break, we'll send you out to New York, CBS Sports Network studio for the Verizon Halftime Reports. You're watching college football, CBS Sports Network, the 24-hour home of CBS Sports.